back to Confessions of an Ambitious Girl TV. My name is Natasha Weston, founder of Confessions of an Ambitious Girl, and today I'm here to talk to you about not being ashamed of your struggle. And I want to talk about this because, once again, this is something that I was personally going through. Oftentimes we feel like because we're broke, because our bank account might be in the negative, because we don't have the education, we don't have the degree, we don't have the clothes, we don't have a car, we might not have our own house, we may have 5 or 6 children, we may live in the projects, because we don't feel like we're in a good place in our lives where we feel like we're qualified to do certain things. We shy away from the steps that are necessary to get us out of the situations that we're in. And when you do this, you're really holding yourself back. And it's one of those things that's easier said than done. But in order for you to get out of the struggle that you may be experiencing right now, because believe it or not, we all experience struggle in every stage of our lives. But in order for you to get out of the struggle that you're experiencing right now, the only way to do that is to take action and to use your struggle as a stepping stone. Now, you may be saying, Tottie, how could I use my struggle as a stepping stone when I'm in a rut? How can I do that? Well, you do that by starting to speak on it. Start to share your story with others. And I'm not telling you to tell your business or to expose yourself to the world, but I'm telling you that there's power in your story. There's power in you sharing what you're experiencing, because you never know who's watching and you never know who's listening. And so for me, sometimes, yes, I post, not sometimes, all the time, you'll see me on social media, especially posting very inspirational quotes or trying to uplift others. I'm trying to uplift my ambitious sisters like you. But then some days I'm having a crappy day, and some days I don't want to roll out of the bed. Some days I want to give up. Some days I want to quit. Some days I'm going through things that people look at me and they may not think that I even have to experience anymore. That's crazy. We all experience struggle. I don't care how successful you are. I don't care how good it looks on the outside. We all have some type of mess that we're dealing with, something that we're struggling with. And so for me, I've tried now to start sharing when I may be having a not so good day. Or, I could be talking to a colleague or a business partner, and I'll be able to openly tell them, look, I feel like crap today, and this is what's going on with me. And they will tell you, oh, you know what? I'm going through that too. Oh gosh, that's funny you said that, because I'm really not feeling up to doing that either. I want to quit doing this too. And I'll share a quick story with you. I was talking to a young lady who I have been friends with now for maybe about 6 months. And, she was sharing with me something that she's going through. She's separated from her husband, and she's now technically a single mom. And she was sharing with me how it's hard right now, and how sometimes, because she's so focused on her future and her brand and building her business, so sometimes she gets frustrated when life happens, and she might get frustrated with her child. And I said, you know what? I'm the same way. A parent who's on a journey they want something more for their children, or we're working so hard to pursue our dreams. Sometimes when you don't have the help that you may need, sometimes it does get frustrating, and people may look at that situation and say, well, you shouldn't get frustrated with your children, or you should just be focusing on your kid, or you should do this. It's easy for people to point the finger and say you should be, but everybody's situation is different. And everybody, believe it or not, we experience a lot of the same things. And it does not make you a bad person. It does not make your life any worse than the next person. But it's all in how you deal with the struggle. It's all about your attitude through the struggle. And it's something that takes a mind transformation. It takes you to think positive about what you're experiencing and what you're going through. And sit down and find a solution for you to start eventually crawling your way out of it. But the point is, don't be ashamed of where you are, because the longer you stay all hidden behind the pole, or all hidden behind what you're experiencing, you'll never be able to see what lies outside of what you're going through. Don't let current situations dictate your future. Don't let your struggle and you being broke and you being frustrated or you going through a bad breakup, don't let those things dictate your actions for tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. Stay tuned for more videos.